it was a proper performance from the champion of Europe and the champion of the world.
Yes. Champion of the world. It wasn't such a straightforward game, actually.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing is that, well, congratulations to we, the Chelsea fans and or even the Chelsea antagonists. Congratulations to them. It wasn't such a straightforward and easy match because at the beginning of the match, with the 2-goal advantage, Chelsea first tried to control the game and dictate the pace of the game. They did the extensive possession of the ball. Of course, the idea is if you have possession of the ball, your opposition does not have what to use to score against you. However, I like the style of play of Lille. They actually put in everything into it to try to beat Chelsea. But one thing I observed from the first leg and second leg is that Lille does not have a finisher.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have a finisher. And I think the tactical play by the Chelsea coach is the Chelsea bench is superior in tactics and strategy to the Lille team. But the most beautiful goal of today is the goal scored by Pulisic.
Yeah.
He did a beating of the goalkeeper, but he did what we call a tucking in the ball.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing. Any goalkeeper in the world would have done about that ball. Because he actually tucked it in. Unfortunately, it went in well. Good match, lovely match, very interesting. And but it wasn't as challenging as the first leg of the match.
Let's talk about Jorginho. What a pass from him to Pulisic. I mean, he has been in our outstanding form now. Last week, he gave a beautiful pass to Kai Havertz. Today, it's Pulisic.
That's in the match against Newcastle.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a lovely pass he gave, very long range one. Yes. His passes are quite good. That's why he's there, actually. He's very good at that. But I think he's lucky that the penalty he caused was erased. Most people would want to blame him for the penalty, but you see, some of these things happen out of reflex. You don't have a second to think. You don't have a second to think, so it's just out of reflex that he needed to call in to stop the game. But the game was quite interesting, good, quite competitive.
Yeah.
And I commend the Lille team. They have very good athletic players and quite strong, but the better team won.
Definitely. Putting into consideration the performance of this Chelsea team today, how far do you think they can go?
Chelsea has a good set of players, and Chelsea also has a very good bench. Very good bench. I think the bench two benches I actually dread most among the major teams in England is the Man City bench and the Liverpool bench. But we must know that there are one or two benches of the teams in the lower rung in the EPL where they have very good benches too. And from the game today and the game in the first leg of Champions League match, I do believe that Chelsea has a very good chance of possibly lifting the cup back to back, achieving the Real Madrid feat.
That will be first in England, yes. But
once there's no injury,
yeah.
Once the team is complete, and I think the professionalism in the management of the psyche of the players by the Chelsea crew and Chelsea players themselves is fantastic.
Definitely.
I mean, they've just deafened themselves to all the noise and the hula baloo on the war, Ukraine-Russia war, and the politics of it, because it's excessive politics that has been played against Chelsea, not totally because of Ukraine and the Russian war, not totally.
Yeah, I think it's kind of let me bring the fans in, because I think they will not be selling tickets to the fans now. How do you think the Chelsea team will be playing well without their fans in the stadium?
Well, we played against Newcastle. The ban on sale of tickets had started. You must be aware of the fact that most of the tickets are sold out. Chelsea is a competitive team. It's a very attractive team, and they've been playing very attractive football in the EPL in the recent years. So I think the profits for the gate takings, I think they are already made.
All right.
They already made tickets. There are so many people who buy their tickets at the beginning of the season ultimate. And even the match against Newcastle, the stadium was quite okay.
Definitely. Yes. Let's talk about the sanctioning because it's like you said, it's politics, but sometimes football politics is attached to it. Do you think the next person that will be buying Chelsea will be in a better position like Abramovich?
Well, Abramovich did not play the football for Chelsea team. Good management. Yeah. I mean, within the period of 10 years, he's done marvelously well. And I believe that other people will do very well too. It's very interesting what is happening. And Chelsea is the victim of the Russian-Ukraine war. At one point, they will tell you, oh, no, don't put politics in, don't bring politics to sports when it doesn't favor the West. Yeah, but now, because for whatever reason, they brought politics totally into sports, almost all sports, except for Formula One. And I think the tennis association president also, who is resisting it, I don't think it makes sense. For a long time, the sports all over the world was protected from the nuances of politics. But for the Western countries now to put so much pressure on sports and use it as a punching bag for the politics between nations, I don't think it's a fair thing. And it's going to have very untold effects on sports generally in the world. You can never return sports to stay away from politics anymore. They put in so much of it, and I think it's too much of a baggage they put on the head of sports. But I hope it recovers.
All right, so let's talk about for the final time. Who are your best players today in Chelsea?
The total team are the best players because they are the good thing about Chelsea is that the team is together. You understand? And if you are not very, very sound technically, you are not able to notice the weakness. They play for each other. They play for each other. They play for the coach. The coach strategizes for the team. So I think the bench and the team think in the same direction and they play for each other. So every Chelsea player, and particularly Chelsea fans, are my choice for today.
Right. It's a very, very comfortable win for Chelsea. What can you say?
Well, to me, it was a very great game. I predicted this win a long time. It was perfect to me. The whole team that Chelsea played today was awesome. It was A+ to me. Yeah. Very awesome game.
All right. You look at the pass from Jorginho. Awesome. Jorginho has been in a very, very good form now. Pulisic scored that beautiful goal. He's the first Chelsea player to score home and away after Drogba. What a game.
Yeah, what a game, bro. Jorginho, A+ midfielder, yeah? Now, when we talk about Jorginho, if you check the last match we played with Newcastle, check out that pass. There was a post I even saw on the net that was comparing Jorginho with Fabregas. That pass is killer. Jorginho is awesome. How else can I say this? It's just too good. You see, he caused the PK, he traced the steps, brought the assist that led us to our equalizer.
Yeah.
It was simply superb. I mean, he didn't put himself down on the game. Yeah. He kept his momentum up, and then we could get our equalizer. So it was just superb in the game.
Yeah, nice one. And when you look at the defense too, man, today there's no James Rees, no Chilwell, and yet you guys are so compacted. What's the secret behind it?
It's teamwork, bro. Teamwork and belief, yes. See, when you check a team that has good defense, you check the teamwork, you check the coach. I think there's an experience, brother. Thanks for that. Because if you check it well, there's this impact that we think our coach puts in this player that makes them balanced. You don't have to think of this player is not there, this player is not here. It's teamwork. The team they work together. Yes. Yeah. 100%, bro.
Yeah.
The team is just cool right now.
All right. With the way they play now, what do you think they can get to the final and maybe win the Champions League?
Awesome, bro. Yes. I'm seeing my club in the finals. Yes. And see, I don't think there's any club that can actually stand Chelsea right now. If you ask me, yeah. And I want them to bring it on. The team I want to see next is Bayern Munich. I want to see Bayern Munich. Yeah, and I know I'm winning Bayern Munich. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. If you want to choose your 3 best players today, who will they be?
my first best player is Rudiger. Second is Mason Mount. And then the third one is my captain. And my keeper is awesome. He's awesome. He scored a goal today. And in fact, the winning goal. So these are my favorite players for tonight.
All right, man. Let's talk about the fans here because as it stands now, it seems your next match you will not be able to sell tickets to fans, especially against Middlesbrough now. What do you think? Do you think that will affect the performance of Chelsea?
Well, Chelsea is a team that works together. Yeah, this teamwork is already there, and they are strong enough to encounter any problems that come through. I feel with or without the fans, Chelsea will progress. I feel they have something to prove, and they are going to prove it. So to me, if you ask me that question, I'll tell you, yes, I know Chelsea will progress with or without the fans. I mean, our belief is there, and our trust is there. We believe our team. We know they are strong. Even when we were having these issues with the coronavirus, I mean, there was no fans in the team, and then we're still playing well. Yeah, so with or without our fans, I believe we are performing well. Yeah, 100%.